What is up, everybody? This is Lyle with No Hippie Barbecue. What I'm gonna be doing today is I'm gonna be making some chicken fried steak, and I'm gonna be using a pressure cooker. Now, the reason I'm gonna be using a pressure cooker is I was just on the phone with a guy that I met on YouTube. His name is Pierre, and he's an over-the-road trucker. And we started talking about, what truckers eat and, the complications with cooking food over the road. And I told him what I thought would probably be the best appliance for an over-the-road trucker would be a pressure cooker. And the reason is you can cook low and slow on it like a crock pot, or you can cook real fast like a pressure cooker, or as you will see in this recipe, you can use this not even in the traditional pressure cooker way. So the advantages to using this pressure cooker in this application, if you are a regular home cook and you're going to be doing it at home, is the size of this pressure cooker keep the oil from splattering out of that, so your cleanup is going to be a lot easier. This would not only be good for over-the-road truckers, but a lot of people that are into RV camping and things like that, this is great for that. I know a lot of times RV people have a hard time keeping their kitchen area clean, and this does reduce down on the oil splatter. Anyway, we're going to be doing it, like I said, in the pressure cooker. I am going to try to adapt this recipe a little bit towards what a truck driver may be doing. So let's get on to these ingredients and I'll tell you what our adaptions are. So I'm going to be having this recipe in the description below. If you do happen to be an over-the-road trucker, just use some of the techniques I'm talking about here. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead. I have my flour. I'm going to add that to a bag. Typically, I would not be adding this to a bag, but like I said, I'm trying to adapt this for people that are on the road. So I have the flour, I have some seasoning, and I have some cornstarch. And we're just going to kind of mix this bag up. I'm going to go ahead and set this to the side. I'll mix it up off camera. What I would be using in place of this, if I was like an over-the-road trucker, would be, you can buy these. This happens to be a shrimp fry, but you could buy a chicken fry in these bags that are about this size, so you're not traveling around with a bunch of stuff. So I would just use this and throw that in the bag, and that would be all that you need right there. We're also going to need some eggs, and I'm using 3 whole eggs, and I'm hitting it with a little bit of heavy cream, milk, whatever. We're just trying to thin it out a little bit, so I'm just adding about 2 tablespoons of that to my eggs. Now, what I would be using if I was over the road trucking, or if I was an RVer or something like that, you know how they sell those little cartons of eggs that are already beaten? I would just use that, and I would forego the milk, since I don't think it's absolutely that necessary, or I don't think the difference would really be that big. All right. So typically I would not put this in a bag either, but we're trying to make this, pretty easy to clean up afterwards. So like I said, you got your little milk carton, throw your milk into a Ziploc bag, and then it's a done deal. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and get our cube steak, which I'm gonna be using in this egg wash, or in the flour, then the egg wash, then the flour again, then we're gonna set it aside. If you're over the road trucking, you would go bang, straight into the pressure cooker, since you're not going to be cooking as much. So this is what we're using right here. I have some beef chuck cube steak. Make sure you get you some gloves, especially if you're a trucker out there. And we're just going to go ahead and throw it in the flour right quick. Come into our egg wash. We're just going to kind of let it drain a little bit. Then we're going to come back to the flour. And you could just shake this bag if you'd like. Now listen, if you're a single over-the-road trucker, boom, this is done right here. Now you're ready to fry. But I have about 3 or 4 more of these to go, so I'm going to go ahead and get those done, and I'll meet you back at the pressure cooker. So these pressure cookers pretty much either have a saute feature on it, or they have a browning feature on it. I'm just going to go ahead and turn on the browning feature, And once this starts to really start sizzling, we're gonna go ahead and start cooking these cube steaks. So it looks like our oil is hot. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can add 2 of these in here. We're just gonna cook it until it's golden brown. So this has gone about 3 minutes. We may end up flipping this twice, but I'm gonna go ahead and flip it right now and see what we're looking like. So that's a nice color right there. So this is fully cooked. Right now I'm just gonna go ahead and set it on a broiler pan to let it drain. Depending on what your situation is, you might just wanna put it on a plate with some paper towels. I'm gonna finish up these last. I think I'm gonna do 4 more, and then we'll get started on the gravy. Chicken fried steak done. I'm gonna go ahead and add some of the flour that we used to coat the cube steaks. Go ahead and add that to our oil that's in here. And this is just something that you have to eyeball. I really don't have an exact amount on this, but not much should do it. Now that we got that in, we're gonna go ahead and add some milk. And this is gonna thicken up. I am gonna go ahead and season it with a little bit of salt and pepper. So our gravy's thickened up nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this pressure cooker off, and I'm just gonna serve this with some instant mashed potatoes. So that is a done deal. Got the chicken fried steak and the gravy done in the pressure cooker. Now, first time I've done it, so one thing I will tell you, and the reason you might want to just do this at home if you have a pressure cooker, is there was no grease splatter or anything like that whatsoever, and this got heated up a lot faster than any of the skillets, whether it be cast iron or stainless steel. So that is a definite plus. Anyway, I'd like to thank One Rich for giving me the idea. Listen, One Rich has a trucking YouTube channel, and I actually like his channel just because a lot of the business stuff that he talks about and some of the life motivational things is some good stuff. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into this. I will also leave a link to this pressure cooker in the description below. One of the things I like about this pressure cooker is it is Teflon coated, so when you do get to an area where you can clean that thing out, it's going to be super simple. Let's get in. And I did make some instant mashed potatoes go along with this just to keep things on the easy theme. That is tasty. And shoot, if I was cooking for one person and I was just doing one of these cube steaks to make chicken fried steak out of, that might have only taken about, let's see, about 7 minutes to cook the chicken fried steak, maybe another 3 minutes. I mean, this could be done in under, let's just say under 15 minutes to be, just to keep it safe. Anyway, I'm going to finish killing it. So I'm going to let you guys go. But I do want to thank you guys for stopping by No Hippie Barbecue. I appreciate it. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.